So, hello everyone. Today, I think, one second. There's some echo, it seems, somewhere.
So should I mute myself?
No, I don't think so. Let's continue. I think it is either coming from. Okay, so now it will reduce. Okay. So, again, I say formally good evening. And today with us, Rashi Kulshrestha is there. And the idea behind this session is to discuss how to prepare the leftover days or whatever the days left with us, because cat has put up a notification. Oh, maybe still okay. So I just try to figure it out echoes. Now it is over, I think. Oh no, it's still there. Maybe it is coming from somewhere. Is there any YouTube on from your side? Just check.
No.
No.
I'm closing the. Yeah. Try again. Maybe it's better now.
Okay. Now it's I think it's better. People are joining slowly. Now it is almost 15 of them has joined, and maybe joining with the time. And we plan for us. Pranav has joined. Pranav, good evening. So I can see Pranav being there. So now it's 11. Okay, so Rashi, first, many congratulations to you. First, for your uh, a great percentile, 99.75, being a fresher, studying in a college. So let me introduce Rashi. Rashi, like she passed out her graduation, BTech in computer science from JIIT
Uh,
Noida,
yeah. Electronics and communications.
electronics and communication engineering.
Yes.
Okay, and she scored 99.75 percentile in CAT, and she got one of the best college which people aspire for, because we say FMS. Once we get FMS, you hardly spend a money to do your MBA. So it's all ROI, only return. There's no investment as say. But nevertheless, Rashi had almost all calls, but final call when it comes to it we able to crack FMS. So Rashi, how are your FMS days? So because classes must have started, how you're feeling again in a college?
First of all, thank you, sir, for the introduction. So about FMS, yes, classes are going really well, and at this point, when I see it, it was all worth it. All the great preparation, all the consistency, it was worth it to make it to FMS Delhi. And yeah, about the ROI point, definitely it is one of the best college in India when it comes to ROI, and that ROI perspective also gives lets you build your future and like think about your future in a different way as compared to other colleges. So yeah, it's going good. I'm looking forward to the other journey. It's been just 1.5 months yet, so
Okay. So Rashi, the biggest question each and everybody is looking for, when you were in month of August last year, and the cat was in November. I always felt like I've been in this industry for almost 11 years now. I feel like this is the time where people start shaking and they start feeling, will it happen? Am I that good? Will I make it to a good percentile? So can you share us with the experience, how you manage those time, and how you manage your preparation and end up having a very good percentile at the end?
yes, sir, definitely. As you said, at this time, we all are very uncertain if it will happen or not, and all the hard work. Like I joined CL 62 sector coaching 2 year for 2 years program. So I was very uncertain that at this juncture also my percentiles are not pretty good. So what should I be doing, and even if I am doing anything right or not. And being a fresher, there was also a thought of what is my plan B, what if it doesn't happen, what will I do? I do not have a job either. So all these thoughts were going on in my mind. Uh, but fortunately, in the month of August, towards the end, I got selected. I got an internship and a job. So that part was sorted. But still, there were like many things about how to try my best in the exam. So I managed it by like mentoring from you and from other teachers, nails, etc. That helped me a lot in maintaining my motivation and maintaining my consistency, which is the crucial part of our journey. Especially in the month of August, what happens is everyone starts giving the mocks. All India level mocks start, and we start getting the reflection of our preparation up to this point, and people, many of them get disheartened. But as I have seen in my experience as well, that all of this happens, but if you are consistent, you will see the growth in yourself. So being consistent through September, October, November, it will all like clear out and you will get better.
Okay. So if I ask why I'm asking this, because I have been interacting with kids and they have been coming with saying, "Sir, मेरा तो percentile ही नहीं आ रहा है, आपको क्या पता बहुत ही खराब आ रहा है." So if you won't mind, can you share one of the bad
Yes.
mock score which you got, and then then actually you started working how to analyze that and then be better, just
Yeah.
for
So
the kids who are there into the session now.
So my initial first and second mocks were like I got only 65 to 70 percentiles, because it's sitting straight for 3 hours, and like when QA part comes, I was almost exhausted and I just wanted to end it, like jaldi khatam ho. So that was the thought, and because of that I got less percentiles. But then I used to get feedback from myself about what went wrong, tried to solve it at the time, and that helped me improve. But if any of you who is getting low percentiles right now, it's not the thing that you will not get better. Believe me, you will.
Okay. So, see, uh, particularly subjects wise, do you have any suggestions to make to the
Yeah.
people who are actually watching this?
Yeah, for subject wise, VARC was very tough for me, because and as many CAT aspirants that I have talked in the last few months, I have also realized that VARC is a pain point for many of us. So for VARC, one thing is practice, that everybody tells you. The second one is I used to practice with a timer on, so that I used to make myself constrained to, like, I will solve a particular passage in 8 minutes or 10 minutes. You can start with more time and then try to lessen the duration of your solving. So that's how I used to do it. It improved with time. The thing that helps the most is solving the past year papers. That actually helped me a lot. So for BRC, it is the second one is, I would say, QA. For QA, the best thing is to make formula notes, like 15 to 20 pages of formula notes. It is like, I would say, it is a must, because as soon as the exam will get closer, you will not get time to go through all of your notes. So it's better that you have 15 to 20 pages of formula. You can look them up whenever you like, and before mock as well. So that will help, I think.
Okay. So those who are there in the session, like obviously we generally do our session on live session where we actually interact. Today we try to go on YouTube live, so you got the option to ask question in the chat box. So I'm really looking at chat box. Even the Rashi is able to watch all the comments which is coming from you guys, Vidushi and Soumya, Tanya. So whoever actually puts up the messages is actually going to seen by us. So if any one of you feel like, okay, I have any specific question which I want to ask to Rashi, I think,
Yeah, I
uh,
see. Yeah, I
yes,
see a question by Soumya.
Yes.
How was the approach for LRDI section? Yeah, so for LRDI section, the only key thing your mentors would have also told you, the only thing is solve past year papers. If you are solving from say 2015 to 2020 papers, these are good because they have the combination of logical reasoning as well as data interpretation. Uh, Prior to that, there had been separate LR questions and separate DI questions, so it would be better if you practice them. Once you will practice one question of every type, you will definitely get the gist of it, and you will be able to solve the next question very easily. So it's all about practice in LRDI. I remember about my cat experience in LRDI. People really like struggled a lot in LRDI section. Everyone was saying it was so hard, but since I had practiced it, I was able to clear do many questions in that section, and I got also 99.91 percentile in that. So it was it became easy because I practiced the past year papers. I think so.
And it is, yes, in LRDI it is important, and the biggest thing one can do, do a question twice. If it's happened, do it thrice, so that
Yeah.
you have a get hold of those questions.
Hmm.
So this is also very important.
It is also for QA. For QA, also the sheets that center had provided us, I did them twice or thrice, depending on the my weak areas. That will really help you a lot. And whenever you face problem, you have sir to help you, always help you. So yeah, we have.
Okay, so one question coming from Archana asking how many hours you study at that time. So do you study a lot, or it is like, can you share those numbers?
Yes, so during August and September, the preparation had taken off, so I started studying more. But towards October, I used to 5 to 8 hours was yeah, 5 hours was the minimum. Maximum was 8 to 10 hours. So in October, you have to give that much of time because 1 month of hardcore preparation is very necessary.
So knowing Rashi has been very sincere towards study. So clocking hours was not a problem with her. So yes, definitely. See, if I suggest to the kids, those who are in the colleges, they can figure it out, because sometimes you manage your what are the classes going on in your college, and then if you can manage that, probably you can put up 8 hours
Yeah,
and 7 hours. But those who are working,
work
obviously,
is
3 to 4 hours each day, that is what it is minimum one should invest.
yeah,
Have you written all the mocks which is provided by CL, or you missed out
yeah.
some?
So about the mocks, I heard from my seniors and others that they had done 100 mocks, which used to seem impossible to me because sitting for that much of time, then doing the analysis, which already takes twice the time as mock had taken. So I did 30 mocks, exactly 30 mocks. And I what I kept in mind was doing the analysis. Doing analysis is important, but you have to keep in mind that you do not have to do all of this in one sitting. You can take your time, and at least the motto of doing the analysis is doing every question twice, so that whenever you see it again, you are able to solve that question. So I did the analysis and did all 30 mocks at all. So yeah, that is not too much. It's easily doable.
No, 30
So
is a good number. Yeah, definitely. Somebody says 100 marks, it is slightly higher for me also. But I will definitely say 40 marks, which is really provided by CL. Some of the proctored one, unproctored, and the master series. Including all together, you will be having almost 40. And then obviously, we'll be having other examinations too. So we'll be having JAT, we'll be having
yeah,
IIT, and other examinations. So probably you will end up writing almost 60 odd marks, because you write from NMAT, for
yeah,
JAD, and other stuff too.
yeah. Apart
Okay.
from that, I did sectional test and topic tests as well. So that included makes it more. Yeah.
Okay. So two of the questions, like you see, the Kushi is asking, how do you practice RCs? So was it only from the mocks, or is it like you're following some newspaper where you will be reading editorials and practicing for those RC stuff?
Yeah. So reading newspaper is necessary for your interview preparation as well. So do starting it from right now is also good. what I read was the Guardian. Your teachers might have told that the Guardian is from where the direct tests sometimes come also in the examination. So I used to read the Guardian, and apart from that, while practicing, I also used the booklets that were provided to us by the center. So I also solved them, and that was sufficient. Also, the mocks that you do, these are also the best practice source, I would say. So that's sufficient.
Okay. Uh, are 2 3 months enough to cope up with quant? So
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. Definitely, 2 3 months are more than enough. It's like it. There are people who start preparing all of LRDI, VRC, and quants starting from just 2 3 months. So it's not that you can't do it now. For QA, I would say just practice the class sheets first. Do them as soon as you can. Then go on to writing the formulas. After that, I would say start doing mocks as well. In between all of this, try doing the topic test. And it is okay if you leave one or two topics like PNC or something which have very less number of questions in the exam. So you can leave those kind of topics, but remember to do the crucial topics like number system and whichever topic you are comfortable with. That would be fine.
okay. Uh, Rashi, now okay, we'll come back because some more question will come. I want one question. Which one difficult? Writing cat preparation till the written, or the next part of it? Because you had a call from I'm Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, FMS. So when you are a part of that, uh, which
Yeah.
you felt like the difficult one? Because kids might feel the writing cat is difficult, but I have some other view about that. But I want to hear from you.
I definitely have the other view, the view like you have, because cat was okay. Cat is just the half of the journey. After that lies the real obstacles that I also felt. And first thing is, this online platform is actually good for cat preparation. You can access the aspiration account, all the national level meetings that are the sessions that are organized. All of this actually helps your cat preparation. But when it comes to the interview preparation, having a one-on-one in the reality interview mock interviews, that are better. So I always regret that time that had it been not virtual, then it would have been easier. After that, preparing the news, you have to prepare about your academics as well, about the mathematical, and you have to go back to 11 12th class maths as well, current affairs, everything. It becomes so much of that. And then there are interviews lined up one after the other, so managing all of them, that part I feel is more tough.
Oh, tougher. Yes, I still remember. So we might have interacted almost 30 times. I feel like more than what we
Mm,
used to do before the cat. So
yeah.
it's happened because each and every question you need to prepare. It's all about you, and when it comes to go in the largest stage, you think about I am A and B and C and FMS. These are the one of the finest colleges, and you need to compete with all the best people. So it actually takes and Rashi, somebody asked, okay, how was the FMS interview? I've
So
heard it. What is your take?
okay, FMS interview was good. By that time, I got used to the interviews, so I was pretty confident in that interview. They asked me about my academics first. Then I did my internship as actuarial analyst. So there were questions around that. I was able to answer them. And in only FMS there is extempo round, and in IIM Rohtak also there is extempo round. So in that extempo, they asked me about a question related to my name. What is your view on astrology? So I had to speak for about 1 minute for that, and it was a good interaction. It was very friendly interview, I would say. So easier than IMC or IML interview.
Okay.
As
So, although this question could be like, when I ask this, I feel like I might be biased with this. But how do you say how CL Noida Sector 62 had helped you in the preparation, the written side and the PTP part? Can you
So
just
I would
explain a bit?
still be working as an actuarial analyst at Excel if I hadn't come to CL sector 62. I remember my first day when you told me, asked me a question. I gave some answer and you said, stop thinking from the engineering perspective. Come forward with the managerial perspective. And you have been always very inspiring for me, and all the sector 62 faculty, Nehil sir, always helped me in my interview preparation also. He was always there to motivate me, and other teachers as well. Sachin sir helped me in LRDI, my LRDI strong base. Credit all goes to Sachin sir. So yeah, the faculty overall was very good. So my whole journey is because I am here at FMS because of CL sector 62.
I feel like when you got your success in FMS, even I felt so happy. A small town girl from Mathura, none of, like, I think you are the first girl child and who actually got through that kind of a college. And I
Yeah.
felt like, yes, that's the biggest thing we can do. We can create role model. I always say, Rasi, you have to be role model, because more than anybody else, you need to succeed. Because who is there at your place? They must be looking at you. All the girl childs nearby, and then from the family side, from the relative side, even from the town, small town, who actually knows you, they always
Hmm.
look at you. Okay, Rasi has done this. Probably I can do that. So obviously, we always felt like your success is having more weightage when it comes to many other kids also succeeded from our college, our center, but your success has a very special treat for us. So we really relish that. Someone asking, okay, so, guys, if you have any question, because I feel like some questions will come. Someone asking related to verbal logic. Aditya is asking about how did you prepare for verbal logic. Someone asking
Okay.
about parajumbles. Jyoti is saying.
Yeah. So, verbal logic is, I studied it in the class. Praveen sir, I think that time Praveen sir taught us, and it was very smooth. So I understood it well. To practice the questions, you can you can try solving the question first, and then look into the answer. You will get the idea of what kind of actually in verbal every time verbal logic there are words that are important, so you need to work by eliminating the words, which word is creating the flaw in the argument. So in that way you can move, and this was like the key for me, that I used to eliminate the options first and then move on. For parajumbles, all of us find parajumbles very difficult. Parajumbles are made to be difficult, maybe. So parajumbles are like the toughest. In that, you can try making it the better way. All I aimed for was there are 4 questions of parajumble. Then I always aim that I'll do at least 2 or 3 of them correct. In that way I'll be able to compensate about the marks that I've lost there in the RCs and odd parajumbles or other thing as well. So that was my strategy. I was not very good at parajumbles, I would say, but I think nobody is, like others are, but many of us are not. Sorry.
Yes. Uh, yes. Can you read out the Soumya has asked one question. Soumya had asked, did you refer any other book apart from fundamental book which CL used to provide?
No, I didn't refer to any other fundamental books. Those were sufficient. Those and mocks, you're good to go.
So again, my advice to all of kids, those who are actually preparing for CAT 21, see, we have two layers, which I think Rasi was also talking about it. First, I say classes. Why I say, because that is taught to you in the classes, so you can practice pretty faster, and you can make out, you can relate to it because you have heard somebody speaking about that. So revising class sheets are one. Then second, obviously I will see, you just make sure you have done the funda book. I'm not saying so in solving all the question, you read out the question, you can make out is it a different one, and then you can try. And obviously, how much time you spend on aspiration each day? Was there any time management you have planned for yourself, time schedule? Okay, I'll spend this much on class sheets or revision, or this much on the online aspiration account. So, what any plan you had? Can you share that?
Actually, I used to analyze my mocks, then see what my weaknesses are. So, for example, if I have weakness in a particular topic of quants, then I first try to do the sectional test. If in that sectional test I'm not able to understand the question very much, then I will have to go back to my notes or the class sheets and understand that better. Then come again to the sectional test, perform it, and that's good to go. In that way I used to do it for but I also used to do that for one day I have done QA and I have got bored with that, so I would pick up QA. I would pick up other subject as well. So in that way I planned not any hardcore plan for all of that. Yeah.
Okay, good. And still, like more than 100 days, because 28th November. That's what. And can you share some your thoughts, because when you were preparing for CAT, it was actually 3 hours test, but when you gave CAT, it was only 2 hours test. So
Yeah.
how do you how do you connect the 2 hours versus 3 hours? Was it 2 hours easier to get? Because most of the kids, what they are saying, sir, biggest problem in LRDI, you don't have a room. If you are not able to solve one set, then what do you do? So can you share some
Okay.
strategy?
Yeah, first the transition from 3 hours to 2 hours was easier for me because I was the one who used to have problems sitting 3 hours straight. So it went to 2 hours. It was okay for me. As per the time is concerned, it is okay. Time is easily manageable because we have got 40 minutes. In the starting 10 to 20 minutes, you are always going to solve one or two sets of LRDI already. So in the starting, you have to just maintain that pace, and if you are not able to solve it, you have to like take a minute and relax yourself, keep yourself calm, and then again start doing it, because panicking, other people might also have be having the same problem. If the sets are tough, then other people might have also be having the same problem, so you do not have to panic, and then do at whatever you can do your best, and treat it as a three different subject paper. So you do not have to carry the guilt from one section that I was not able to perform well in VRC. So you do not have to be upset while doing the LRDI sets. You have to leave it there and then start again.
But this
uh,
can
yeah.
happen only when once you have written too many mocks. Otherwise, you will caught up. If you write too many
Yeah.
mocks, now you're used to of writing one section, another, and third, and then first section performance and doesn't do the second one.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So a question is asked by Aditya. We had 30 minutes. I thought the 30-minute sessions only. So let's take second last, or I'll say we can take one or two more questions. What is your strategy to solve the funda books?
To solve the funda books, for first of all I solved VRC funda books. In that I used to start with whatever section I want to try. For example, parajumbles, I used to solve 10 to 20 questions of parajumbles at first, then look into the answers. Do not jump into solve one question and look into the answers again, because that won't work. For the reading comprehensions, when you are solving the sets, there might be times that then when you do not get what the solution is saying, then go ask the teacher in the class whenever the class is. That's how I used to solve the VRC funda books. For QA, I didn't solve the funda books because I was more concentrated on the class sheets. So class sheets were better for me actually. So I solved them. In LRDI, again, I used to give one or two tests that are given in the end of the funda books. Then you can solve them. So there's no not much of a strategy in that, but just that have patience and look at into the answers after you have solved the significant amount of the questions.
Okay. It seems like it's hang a bit. Okay. Am I audible? Because it
Yes,
seems like
yes, you're
yes, I'm
audible
audible.
now.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
okay. Okay. So, I think any advice? Do you read any books during your preparation to keep yourself motivated? Like how you actually maintain your motivation till the cat happened? Was there
Okay.
any different strategy, or is just like just be in the preparation, keep preparing and keep solving mocks, or is there anything else you used to do?
So I was a fresher, and I thought that I'll be only 20 years old when I'll give my cat. So I have ample amount of time. I used to think like that almost till around June or and July. So I used to think about cat 20, that it's just one try, one shot I'm giving, and we'll see if it doesn't. I do not make it. I'll see about it next year. But throughout the time in July and August, I realized that if I'm going to try, then I should try my best in this shot itself. So I started thinking about, like, I am not going to think more than I'm not going to plan myself apart from far from November when cat is. So I just concentrated on how much time is left. I attended the sessions that are given on the aspiration portals. So Jijo sir asked sir, they and Ramanuj sir also organized a session with asked sir, in which they divided, you have 10 weeks time, so how to prepare, how to plan your strategy. If they also provide sessions in 4 weeks time, 6 weeks time. So it is like, okay, yeah, that you cannot follow 100% of it, but you can always try to follow it at maximum as possible. So I just kept doing that, followed, tried to adopt as many suggestions as I can from the mentors, and yeah, that it worked like that. So always think big, like do not restrict yourself that, okay, 90 hours, so 90 is my bigger target, 90 is my only target. So when you achieve 90 percentile, you have to think big, 95 can also be my target. So that way you will improve.
Okay, I think that is it. Like question are also not coming in a way. So we have also completed our 30 minutes time. Rashi, a big thank you from our side, and big thank you from the team also.
Yes.
And I wish you a very best for your endeavor, which is you are going to achieve. And obviously, I want to see you. I have already stated, like I really want to see you as a role model, and not for the only for your city, basically for all of us, because you have been one of the sincere kid, always very down to earth. I think your suggestions and what you gave it to all the kids, they will take it very seriously and they will start working on it. And it may happen I may call you again for discussion. So till then, thank you very much. Wish you
Yeah.
very best and wish you good luck, guys. And we are there. We are there for all help. Anytime you can reach out to us, and we will make out. कैट होने तक लगे रहना है, सिंपल, और कोई इसमें थॉट नहीं है. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for organizing this session.
थैंक यू. Still there. Maybe it is coming from somewhere. Is there any YouTube on from your side?